Hi my friends. Today I want to share a new story with you. I hope you enjoy it. The big hall was full of excitement as friends and family gathered to celebrate Kayla and Neil's upcoming wedding. Kayla stood at the altar in a beautiful white dress, her heart beating fast with nerves and joy, but as the ceremony went on, her happiness turned into confusion, and then deep embarrassment that felt like it might swallow her whole. It all seemed playful at first. Neil laughed loudly and spoke in a joking tone. All right, he shouted. Want to know how I won over my fans? Easy as pie. Everyone laughed, but Kayla started to feel uneasy. Then came the joke that changed everything. Neil looked right at her and said, "My fiancé took her pants to the dry cleaner." The woman there took one look and said, "Sorry, ma'am, we don't clean curtains." The room burst into laughter, but Kayla's heart sank. She forced a smile, trying to hide how hurt she felt, but Neil kept going. "Curtains, huh?" he said, still laughing. "Kayla, sweetie, I promised to love all of you, and that's a lot of love, right?" Her face burned with shame as she tried not to break down. Neil's words felt heavy, like a weight on her chest. She looked at her maid of honor, who gave her a kind smile, but it didn't make her feel much better. When the ceremony ended, Kayla felt both relief and sadness. What was supposed to be a happy day had turned into a moment of public shame. Surrounded by smiling guests, she couldn't stop thinking about Neil's harsh jokes and how they had ruined what should have been a special moment. In the days after the painful rehearsal dinner, Kayla felt like her world was getting smaller. Every time she looked in the mirror, she remembered Neil's cruel jokes. She tried to tell herself it was just his weird sense of humor, but it still hurt. She stayed alone in her room, avoiding her reflection and losing the spark that once made her shine. The laughter in her house now sounded cold, reminding her of the night she was humiliated. One evening, as she sat quietly thinking, her best friend Sarah came in, looking worried. "Hey, Kayla," Sarah said gently, sitting next to her. "Are you okay?" Kayla gave a small smile, but it faded fast. "I'm fine," she said, though her voice showed how sad she really was, just trying to understand everything. Sarah reached out and held her hand. "What Neil said was wrong," she said kindly. "You didn't deserve that, especially not on your wedding day." Tears filled Kayla's eyes as she nodded. "I know," she whispered, "but it still hurts. I thought he really loved me." Sarah hugged her tightly. "You deserve so much better, Kayla," she said. "Don't let his words change how you see yourself. You're stronger than you know." As Sarah held her, Kayla felt a small spark of hope inside her. Maybe she could find the strength to heal and grow, and with Sarah by her side, she knew she wouldn't have to face it alone. While Kayla was still trying to move on from Neil's hurtful words, something unexpected gave her new hope. One cool fall afternoon, she saw a flyer for a local fashion show. With nothing to lose, she decided to check it out, hoping it would take her mind off things. While walking through the busy crowd, she saw a powerful-looking woman standing nearby. It was Gloria Bream, the head of a famous modeling agency. Kayla's heart pounded. Taking a deep breath, she walked up to her. "Excuse me," she started carefully. "Are you Gloria Bream?" Gloria turned to look at her, her eyes studying Kayla. "Yes, that's me," she said with interest. "And who are you?" Kayla paused, nervous but determined. "I'm Kayla," she said. "I saw your flyer for the fashion show, and I'm interested in modeling." Gloria looked at her silently for a moment. Then, to Kayla's surprise, she smiled. "Well, Kayla, you definitely have the look," she said kindly, "but modeling isn't just about appearance. It takes confidence, grace, and hard work." Kayla nodded, taking it all in. "I understand," she said sincerely. "I'm ready to work hard and prove myself." Gloria's expression softened. "I admire your drive, Kayla," she said. "Come see me tomorrow. We'll talk more about your goals." As Gloria walked away into the crowd, Kayla felt something she hadn't felt in a while: hope. For the first time in a long time, she imagined a future where she could be strong and happy again. Walking home, her heart felt lighter. She was ready to take control of her life. Gloria's words stayed with her. Kayla realized she had a big choice to make. Staying with Neil meant staying stuck. Leaving meant standing up for herself. Gathering her courage, she decided to take that step. She faced Neil, nervous but strong. "Neil," she said, her voice clear, "I can't do this anymore. I deserve better than how you've treated me." Neil's face darkened. "What are you talking about?" he snapped. "It was just a joke. You're being too sensitive." But Kayla didn't back down. "It wasn't a joke," she said firmly. "Your words hurt me. I need someone who lifts me up, not puts me down." And with that, she walked away. Neil stood there, angry and speechless. As Kayla stepped into a new chapter, she was scared, but she wouldn't let fear win. In the days that followed, Kayla put all her energy into modeling. She went to auditions, practiced her poses, and learned everything she could. With each step, Neil's harsh words faded more and more. One evening, Kayla was getting ready for a photo shoot when she saw Gloria again. "Kayla," Gloria said with a warm smile, "I've been watching your progress, and I'm impressed." Kayla's heart lifted. "Thank you," she said, truly grateful. "I couldn't have done this without you." Gloria nodded with pride. "You've proved yourself. I believe you have a bright future in this business." As Kayla walked onto the set, she felt excitement rushing through her. With every photo, she felt more free, more herself. This was her story now, and she was in control. Modeling became a journey of self-discovery. Every shoot and runway walk helped her let go of the shame and doubts Neil had left behind. She started loving herself more, proud of her curves and who she was. People noticed: designers, photographers, magazines. Soon, Kayla was getting offers from all directions. One day, she arrived at a famous photographer's studio for the biggest shoot of her life. As she posed, she felt powerful and proud, letting her strength shine. "Kayla, you're amazing," the photographer called out. "You're a natural." She smiled, filled with pride. "Thank you, I've worked hard to be here, and I'm thankful for it." As the shoot went on, Kayla felt truly free. Every photo was a piece of her new self, confident, fearless, and proud. Weeks passed, and Kayla's face appeared on magazine covers and giant billboards. Her confidence kept growing. Challenges came, but nothing could break her now. At a fancy fashion event one evening, she found herself surrounded by famous designers and stars. As she walked through the crowd, a familiar voice called out, and she turned to see Gloria walking toward her, smiling. "I just wanted to say how proud I am of you," Gloria said, putting a hand on Kayla's shoulder. "You've become a real force in this industry." Tears filled Kayla's eyes. She hugged Gloria, grateful to the woman who had believed in her from the start. "Thank you," she whispered. "I couldn't have done it without you." Standing there among the glitz and glamour of the fashion world, Kayla felt at home. With her head held high, she was ready for whatever came next, knowing she had the strength to face anything. As Kayla's career kept rising, she often took quiet moments to reflect on her journey. One afternoon, she sat in her dressing room, staring into the mirror. It amazed her how different she was now. The shy girl who once cringed at Neil's cruel jokes was gone. In her place stood a confident woman who glowed with self-assurance. A soft knock on the door pulled her from her thoughts. "Come in," she called. Sarah entered with a warm smile. "Hey, Kayla, how are you doing?" Kayla returned the smile. "I'm doing great, thanks. It's been a whirlwind, but I wouldn't change a thing." Sarah nodded, pride shining in her eyes. "I'm so proud of you. You deserve every bit of success." Tears sprang into Kayla's eyes again. She squeezed Sarah's hand. "Thank you for always being there." They sat together in silence for a moment, sharing how far they'd come. Then they said their goodbyes, and Kayla felt grateful all over again for the friends who had stood by her. In the days that followed, Kayla's excitement for the future grew. She had faced her fears and won. Now, she walked the runways of top fashion shows and starred on magazine covers, but she stayed humble, never forgetting where she'd been. One sunny afternoon, Kayla wandered through city streets, her heart full of hope. As she passed fancy shop windows, she thought back to her wedding day and the pain she'd left behind. Lost in thought, her phone rang. She checked the caller ID and smiled. "Hey, Sarah," she answered cheerfully. "What's up?" "You won't believe this," Sarah exclaimed. "It's Gloria Bream. She wants to meet you." Kayla's heart raced. "That's amazing. When?" "Tomorrow afternoon," Sarah said. She wouldn't say why, but it sounds big. Kayla hung up, buzzing with anticipation. Whatever Gloria had planned, she knew it meant she was on the right track. The next day, Kayla sat across from Gloria in her sleek office, her nerves buzzing. "So, Kayla," Gloria began, leaning forward, "I have news I think you'll love." Kayla held her breath. "What is it?" Gloria's eyes sparkled. "I've been talking with top designers. They want you to walk in their upcoming shows." Kayla gasped. "Really?" "Absolutely," Gloria said, her smile wide. "You have the talent and presence of a star. This is your moment." Walking out of that office, Kayla felt like she was floating. She'd overcome so much, and now the world was opening its doors to her. Meanwhile, Neil's life had taken a very different turn. After Kayla left him, he felt lost. He tried dating someone new, a thin woman with a cold heart who spoke little but cut deep with her words. Their relationship was tense and unhappy. Instead of healing, Neil grew more bitter and lonely. He realized too late that what he'd had with Kayla was worth more than any empty joke or cruel put-down. To anyone who's been left, broken, or doubted, this is your sign. You are not what they walked away from. You are everything they couldn't handle, and that is your power.